So this is a lower body exercise that's really all about learning how to really push into the ground and get your whole lower body activating from the foot right up to the hip. So there's some funny little details about it. You don't need any equipment. You probably won't need weights. You could load this, but if you really learn how to create some nice tension off the floor, you're not going to need to add a ton of extra load until you really build up from this. So you're going to start off in a little bit of a split stance. Notice I'm not really wide, I'm quite narrow. And then I'm just going to really rock my weight from foot to foot so that I can feel what it's like to get right onto this front leg. This back leg is going to do as little holding of me as possible. So it's really just a kickstand back here. And I'm going to also bring my awareness into the pressure in my feet. I want to have nice even pressure from the inside and the outside edges of my feet. So big toe side and baby toe side are both pushing into the floor evenly. And I'm somewhere in between the heel and the front of my foot. So if I shift back here, I can feel I get a little heavier in my heel. If I bend my knee and I shift really far forward, I can feel how the front of my foot starts pushing hard into the floor. I want to back up from there so that I can feel like I'm kind of centered between the front of the foot and the heel. Then we're going to just relax the back. So it's going to get a little slouchy, and I'm just going to kind of relax and kind of dangle my arms and let myself maintain this slouchy position. So I've got even foot pressure between the inside and outside, between the front and back. I've got my weight on this front leg, back leg's not doing a heck of a lot. And then I'm just going to start to lower straight down. So basically in a split squat, I'm going to lower down towards the ground. You don't have to come super deep here, but you are going to bend somewhat. And then wherever your bottom position is, you're just going to pause here, and you're going to imagine an elephant got set on the back of your upper back. And you're going to start to push into that elephant. He's trying to crush you. You have to push into him. Push, 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 push into that imaginary elephant to prevent him from crushing you. Keep pushing into that elephant, and finally he starts to move and he starts to lift, and you are pushing, pushing, pushing hard into that imaginary elephant, coming all the way up. When I say all the way up, I came all the way up until I'm feeling like my hip is back over that foot. I can keep my torso fairly relaxed, or I could stand all the way back up, but then I'm going to repeat. So we sink into the back. We compress or squat, we lower down into that hip and knee. This time we're going to focus on this knee. Notice how it moved forward in space. You're going to now push into the imaginary elephant, push, 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 push. And as you start pushing the elephant up, try not to let that knee move back in space. Try to keep it forward, keep it forward, keep it forward, keep it forward. Let your hip do a lot more of the lifting here than your knee pulling back underneath you, okay? So we'll do that one more time. Back is relaxed. I lower my center of gravity towards the floor. Nice even pressure in that foot. I'm gonna drive into the imaginary elephant. Hold this for 2 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Push, 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 push. Don't let that knee joint, don't let that kneecap come flying back. Instead, push, push, push. Get that hip extending, the knee extends. If it extends fully, it extends very late in the movement. All right? So most people only need to do 3, 4, 5 of those before they feel very ready to switch legs. If you're struggling with this is a high intention exercise. So you really have to embrace the imaginary elephant that you need to push into and push him up to get back up to standing. And then be mindful of foot pressure. So I don't want to be way over the toes, back in the heel. I'm right over the center of that foot in this version. And usually people don't get too weebly wobbly here, but you also want to be nice and connected to both sides of the feet. So 3 to 5 of those, and you'll definitely start waking up that foot to hip connection.